Pinpoint Weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, welcome back to NBC5. We've got sunshine out there this morning. We're going to have some high clouds pushing across the area here for today, but overall, just an absolutely gorgeous day setting up for this Thursday. A little cooler out there this morning at 51 right now. That's a 9-degree drop off in the city than yesterday, but overall, we're going to be pretty comfortable. In fact, the next couple of mornings, we're looking at those upper 40s and lower 50s for us here in the valleys, which is not far from that seasonal average compared to the 60s we had over this weekend, with the morning lows even as we got into Monday morning. Now, if you're going to be heading out to Hawthorne Park here this morning, temperature is going to be warming into the upper 60s by 10:30. Of course, we got the Rogue Valley Market there. Make sure you're getting out there and shopping local. 74 for that lunchtime. Get out there and enjoy some nice food. Slight breeze as we're heading into the afternoon hours. And that trend of nice temperatures, especially through the morning hours and early afternoon, is going to be sticking around all the way at least through this weekend, if not continuing into next week. There's no major shift in temperatures for the next several days. Yeah, some days are going to be a little bit warmer than others, but the trend is just slightly above the average for this time of year. When we get into this weekend, of course, we've got Father's Day. Things looking pretty nice, mostly sunny. In fact, a slight breeze, but not as strong as today and tomorrow. And even our wind speeds today and tomorrow aren't overly strong. There is a very low potential of rain along the coastline when we get into the start of next week. It might have an isolated shower or storm in our eastern counties, but that doesn't even look all that promising either. We'll see the return of some breezier winds with the start of next week as well. Overall, we look at satellite radar, pretty quiet across the northwest. We have some showers, a few storms out across Montana. There is a weak system just out here in the west. This is going to be pushing further inland. You see that cloud cover, and then we'll see some isolated showers and storms developing with that. But all of that is east of our area in Idaho and Montana. For us, we stay pretty quiet here even as we get into Friday. There's another low that's kind of moving in from the northwest. It's going to help our temperatures a little bit more, returning to seasonal like for your Friday, and then we'll warm up slightly heading into this weekend. Now, we look at the smoke. Now, the good news for the fires within our area, I know there's been a lot of lightning strikes. Firefighters have been out there putting these things out very quickly, which has been some good news. We still have a couple of the larger fires, still less than 100 acres, though, into parts of Siskiyou County. Further north, though, we have some fires up here for going up towards the Dalles, and they are over 2,000 acres from this morning. And you see a lot of that smoke pushing into the northeastern half of the state. That's for today. You see it kind of continuing that eastward shift into the overnight hours, and then any new smoke being produced over the next few days will likely continue with that eastward trend. So not expecting that to move into our area. We got lower 60s, mostly sunny conditions, or should say becoming mostly sunny for the coastline, dropping off into the upper 40s overnight tonight. In the valleys, again, a nice day. We're getting a little bit closer to seasonal like temperatures with some 80s, lower to mid 80s, and morning temperatures into the 40s and lower 50s. In our eastern counties, highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s, a little bit of a breeze, and that's going to be coming in from the northwest. Like yesterday, it's not all that strong, but still about 10 to 18 miles per hour. We're still going to be watching for the potential of new fires with the lightning strikes we've had over the last few days. We look at the Valley 7-day, mid 80s returning this weekend after a nice cool day for your Friday. Should say mild day, but cooler than the 104 we had on Sunday. And we stay into those mid 80s with morning lows in the low 50s. Climate Basin, upper 70s and lower 80s through the 7-day. I put a slight chance of those storms on Monday. Again, it doesn't look all that great, but for now, it can't be ruled out. Northern California, I have a day in the 70s for your Friday, then back into mid 80s for this Father's Day weekend. And the coastline will stay breezy next few days. Lower 60s expected with those morning lows continuing in the upper 40s.